What's up, fight fans? And we're back at it with another edition of Round One Sports Talk. Before I get into this episode and show, first I would like to address my audio situation. If you tuned in and watched my last video, you would notice that the audio was only coming out on one side, and it was because of my auto interface. I fixed the problem, and I just want to let everyone know that, so that you don't think that your headphones are broken or anybody broke their headphones trying to figure out the problem. God, I hope not. But I would like to take this time out to thank you for all the love and support you have shown me, for sticking with me through all my trials and tribulations on the channel, trying to work out my situation with my mic, my studio, and to try to give you the best content I can. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel, and thank you for tuning in. So like always, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Well, Jemell Charlo and Saul Canelo Alvarez are heading into a massive showdown. This one right here will be a 4-belt title defense for Saul Canelo Alvarez, and Jemell Charlo stands to win and unify 8 belts simultaneous and go down in history as the first man to do such. He has to pull it off first. Look, as a boxing fan and a reporter, sometimes I have the tendency of forgetting what it took for both men to get here right now. This is years of hard work and dedication, day in and day out in the gym. I can imagine on your first day when you walk through the gym, just like me, I'll take myself, for instance. I walked into the gym and quickly, I was young, I was eager, I was confident, I was cocky, a little arrogant, and I walk in the gym, and a part of me, while I was hitting the speed bag or hitting the punching bag, in my head I kept thinking that everybody was watching me. And the reason why I say that is because some of these things have taken a great deal of men and women out of the gym. I've seen it happen all the time. People walk in through the door with the greatest intentions. Some people walk in, they want to use boxing as a workout. Some want to see if they can get a few amateur fights and see how it goes. Others come in right from the door saying to themselves, I want to be a world champion. Okay? Everyone has a different mindset coming into the gym. But some don't even allow the process or trust the process to becoming a boxer. Some, feel some kind of way when you're jumping rope and you're skipping like a schoolyard girl and you're not really in sync. That takes months, weeks, or even sometimes years of developing. It's day in, day out working on it until you start jumping rope like a professional, or like you should be, right? And I've seen men not be able to handle that. They're always thinking they look or feel foolish jumping rope, and they don't like how they feel inside, and they never come back to the gym. A jumping rope took that man out. For the men and women that do persevere and stick around and say, you know what? Not today, jump rope. Today is my day. Come on, come with it. Not today, speed bag. Today's, come with it. And they embrace the workout. They embrace the grind. They embrace the struggle. What it takes to be a fighter. Me in the gym, as soon as I cross that threshold, I have no friends. And I don't want any friends. I don't want that guy in the gym. You ever see him? He's rapping his hand, high-fiving everybody, saying what's up to everybody. I don't spar with that guy. That guy is not going to give you 100%, 110% in the ring. And if you're training with a guy that's not giving you 110%, guess what you're going to give on fight night? That's right. You have to make sure that everyone is bringing the best out of you and you're bringing the best out of everyone else. That you're giving 110%. You got to train inside of the gym harder than it will be on fight night. So if you're going to fight on fight night 12 rounds, you should be doing 15 rounds in the gym. So by the time you get to the fight, it's easy. You see? And that's why you prepare hard. You train hard so that you can get great results. Lack of preparation can give you bad results. And that's what I want to talk about Saul Canelo Alvarez and Jemell Charlo. This is years and years and years of fighting, training. Canelo Alvarez has 59 professional fights. He has 9 more fights than the great Floyd Mayweather. Now, I know he's not undefeated, but in order to have 59 professional fights, do you know the amount of fights you must have had while sparring and training? Hundreds of fights to get you ready to have 59 professional fights. That's years and years and years of training for this moment right here. To put it all on the line for legacy. Saul Canelo Alvarez is going to the Hall of Fame already. And Jemell Charlo is on his way there too. It's just to see who can put a little bit more and who can solidify themselves in the Hall of Fame and sketch their name in stone by themselves. That will be a remarkable accomplishment. To be the only man to have done it. And I truly believe that in my lifetime, I do not think I will ever see this again. This moment in boxing where one man stands to win 8 belts simultaneously. You got to think about the odds it would to accomplish such a feat. You know, it would take you on average 4 to 6 years to unify your 4 belts, and you need someone else to do it in another weight division, and for them to agree to give you the opportunity to win 8 and them just defending their 4 titles. And not every day you're gonna get a man to agree to that. You know, yeah, let me give you the opportunity to shine, but me, I solidify myself at the top spot as well. Because in this fight, let's be honest, Saul Canelo Alvarez needs to win this fight to keep himself at the top. To be the number 1 cash cow and the top in the face of boxing, he needs to win this fight coming off those 3 last performances. So Saul Canelo Alvarez has a lot of pressure on him as well. And sometimes pressure busts pipes. Now, I was thinking about the weight difference. The Jemell Charlo jumping up the 2 weight divisions. Now, I don't have any footage or anything to give you on Jemell Charlo at 168 because I've never seen him at 168. But I can tell you that myself, I'm 5'8" on a good tall day. Okay, I'm like 5'7.5". All right. So, but I walk around, I weigh 185 pounds at 5'7". I move pretty good for 185. And some people call me out of shape. Like if you was to type that in a fitness app or something, that fitness app is going to tell me I'm obese. I'm like, obese? No, you mean I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? Because if I take this sweater off, you know, I don't think the camera does me justice. But anyway, it's not about me. But I move pretty good at 185 at 185 pounds at 5'7". Jemell Charlo is 6 feet tall. He has wide, broad shoulders, where that I feel that he can pack on the weight. I even think, in fact, he walks around when he doesn't have a fight scheduled. I think he walks around bigger than 168. So at some point, he has trained at 168. Now, has he fought fighters that big? Because let's keep in mind that when both fighters weigh in on fight night, they will weigh in at 168. But that's not what they're fighting at. Saul Canelo Alvarez is going to come in roughly around, I would say, 175, 177. That's what he's going to enter the ring on. What is Jemell Charlo going to pack on? You know what I'm saying? I think, yes, he can put on the weight, and we all know this, right? When you put on that extra weight, and that extra muscle, you're going to hit harder. Okay? Now, it doesn't always mean that it translates to be faster, quicker, and whether he's able to sustain that same attack for 12 rounds. Now, that's what I want to see. Another thing is that if you're going to fight a fighter such as Saul Canelo Alvarez, Jemell Charlo's going to have to understand two things. He's either going to have to fight on the outside, or he's going to have to take the fight on the inside. And at this point, I wouldn't fight on the inside with Saul Canelo Alvarez. At least not in the early rounds. Saul Canelo Alvarez does carry his power the entire 12 rounds. That's another thing I wanted to keep in mind and bring up, as a point. He's built like this. In fact, the great Floyd Mayweather couldn't stop him. Triple G didn't knock him out, okay? So that, have you ever asked yourself those questions too? I know he lost to Floyd. I know those fights against Triple G. And I know that he lost the fight against Demetrius Bivol, right? But none of those guys knocked him out. He still went 12 rounds with all those guys. And no one seemed to knock him out. So that speaks volume on his chin. He has an iron chin. One thing Saul Canelo Alvarez does really well, he rolls with the punches. He does that exceptionally well, and I think he's really underrated with that. So Demetrius Bivol was catching him with some good, clean shots, and I noticed he was rolling with a lot of those shots. So he's well fluent in the art of that. Just yesterday, when Saul Canelo Alvarez and Jemell Charlo, obviously they're in Las Vegas, and they're going in for the weigh-ins. Saul Canelo Alvarez was filmed, doing some last-minute touch-ups, just going over the motions. And there was a gentleman in the ring with him. I couldn't see his face, so I don't know who he was. And Saul Canelo Alvarez was going over drills of cutting the ring off. Did you guys happen to see that? He kept cutting the guy off. So I think that Saul Canelo Alvarez's camp believes that Jemell Charlo is going to utilize a lot of movement in his footwork. He's going to try to do like a Floyd Mayweather, where he was jabbing, sticking, and moving and being very evasive. So, and what hurt Saul Canelo Alvarez in the Floyd Mayweather fight was he didn't know how to cut the ring properly to such a skilled man like Floyd Mayweather. In order to cut the ring off on that guy, you're gonna have to be on your A game. And he looked lost when it came down to cutting the ring. So it looks like Saul Canelo Alvarez, did you guys look at him? He looks good. He looks real thinned out. He doesn't look deplenished. He looks like he made the weight fairly well. Now, since Jemell Charlo is going up, it's not really an issue for him cutting weight so much. It's just for him packing on the weight and being able to convince his body to keep it on. Because for so many years, he's trained his body to be at a certain weight. So his body's kind of like, yo, dude, what are you doing? I'm out of shape here. That's, and you're telling your body, no, this is where we fight at now. So it's easier said than done. And both men are putting everything on the line, and I want everyone to know this, that I want to thank Saul Canelo Alvarez for giving us this fight. A lot of people have criticized Saul Canelo Alvarez and called him a lot of great many things. And me, I have been very critical on Saul Canelo Alvarez because I can be critical to a fighter when I see things happening. Okay? But that doesn't mean that I don't like that fighter and that I'm biased to that fighter and I wish that fighter to lose. No, that does not mean that. Okay? I report boxing and I can be critical to any boxer. And I can give flowers to the fighters that deserve it. Okay? And right now, Canelo Alvarez deserves these flowers. Okay? And Canelo Alvarez is also picking an opponent that many people have criticized him for ducking, the Charlo twins. Here you go. You got the fight. Demetrius Andre has been all over social media calling out Canelo Alvarez's name. But do I believe that Demetrius Andre can just wipe down Canelo Alvarez? No. Sometimes you're at a point in your career where the guy in the back is saying he's ducking you because he wants a shot. But you were already headed in a different trajectory. That's all that was. Okay? Because I don't believe Saul Canelo Alvarez is scared of anyone. But I also think that his management team and him, they also are honest and realistic with themselves. You know, some fights, styles make fights. And some fights, as you can see, you know, can give you a lot of problems. But if you want to be the best and you're claiming to be the best, you got to beat all styles. I get it. I get it. I'm with you on that one, you know. So now Canelo Alvarez and, you know, and Jemell Charlo are going to enter the ring on September 30th. And this is a legendary Hall of Fame fight. I'm telling you, I don't think we're going to see this ever again. So it took a lot for both fighters to get here. A lot of hard work and dedication and years in the gym. A lot of sweat, blood, and tears, truly, to get here. And I hope you tune in on September 30th to witness greatness. May the best man win. May whoever come on top, Mexico or US, thank you for giving us this fight. Please, if you like my videos, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and like always, I'm on to the next one. Peace.